Tropical Storm Eta has formed in the Gulf of Mexico and threatens Honduras and Nicaragua. 14.9 degrees north and 78.1 degrees west is the storm's current location as of 1 p.m. Central Time this November 1st, 2020. Wind speeds of 50 miles an hour or 85 kilometers an hour, pressure exactly 1000 millibars, moving 50 miles per hour due west, and it is a stage 7 on the CDPS scale. Breaking down that stage 7, we have wind speeds of just under significant, a storm size of just under moderate, rainfall potential major to extreme, and the overall threat to land is major. So once again, that is a stage 7 on the CDPS scale, which means catastrophic damage is possible. There are no current wind fields at this time, however, once again, winds of 50 miles an hour, pressure of 1000 millibars at 14.9 degrees north and 78.1 degrees west. The storm is currently 225 miles away from Kingston, Jamaica, 360 miles away from Puerto Cabezas, 380 miles away from Puerto Lempira, 400 miles away from Cabo Gracias a Dios, and 580 miles away from La Ceiba. There is currently a hurricane warning in effect for the Honduras-Nicaragua border and Sandy Bay, Sirpi. Tropical storm warning is in effect for Punta Patuca to the Honduras and Nicaragua border, and a hurricane watch is in effect for the northeastern coast of Honduras to Punta Patuca to Honduras and the Nicaragua border. Maximum sustained winds are currently at 50 miles per hour, which is being forecast by SAB, NHC and Recon, and we are also agreeing with them, whilst the ATCF and the ADT are going slightly higher with 60 miles per hour. Okay, here's the latest cone of uncertainty. The storm is expected to maintain its strength and eventually strengthen into a hurricane in 36 hours, with landfall in Nicaragua in roughly 60 hours from now. Here is the latest rainfall forecast. Now, don't be alarmed here, but the NHC have forecast up to 15 inches of rain for most areas, but some isolated areas could receive up to 3 feet of rain, as indicated by the purple on this graphic. Now, sea surface temperatures are once again favourable for this storm, but as the cone is uncertain, and most people are agreeing with a track staying overland up until dissipation, but some people want a northeastern recurve back out to sea towards Cuba, which could cause further re-strengthening. Storm force winds are up next. Now we have a 70 to 80% chance along the very eastern coast of Nicaragua and a 60 to 70% chance over the eastern tip of Honduras, with 5 to 10% chances extending as far out as Guatemala. Hurricane force winds remain at 10 to 20% chance over eastern Nicaragua, with a 5 to 10% chance over parts of eastern Honduras. The multi-model diagnostic charts say that the storm's intensity is going to strengthen to roughly 90 knots before weakening over land. Shear is decreasing before almost immediately increasing again. Sea surface temperatures are maintaining themselves before dropping just prior to landfall. Relative humidity gradually increasing before decreasing during landfall, and the storm is expected to continue to track northeastward, but most people want it to continue tracking westward over land. Satellite imagery, we see no visible eye, but the storm is in the process of forming one, and we can quite clearly see that rain bands are indeed forming.
You can follow our outlets. First of all, the website, force13.com, with new articles coming out all the time for your reading pleasure about all things weather. youtube.com/Force13 with our tropical weather bulletins, animations, and tropical updates. You can also find us on Facebook with more information on those things. And then also on Twitter, we have the US branches and AU branches on there as well, but you can see the URL below. teespring.com/store/Force13, that's where you can find things like the Smug Mug to buy. And finally, the Patreon. Patreon.com/Force13, where you can support the project and help it become even better.